Okay, all right, listen, hear me out. Idea. What if foldable phones were not phones?
Want daily tech news in a way that doesn't suck? Of course you do. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next episode.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Front Page Tech, the show that gives you all the latest tech news. From one geek that is me to another that is you. Yes, I know the audio is still terrible. Just... What? John, another episode 2 days in a row? The whole comment section was last night like, is this just once a week now? Is this show once a... I said in yesterday's show that I was moving. I have moved. Yes, here's another episode, second day in a row, and guess what? You'll get another episode tomorrow, so on, so forth. Hey, just want to give you a quick heads up. First of all, I missed your faces. Hi, love you. Second of all, Burn. You know Burn, Brian, the editor of this show, my best bud. In the last few days, he launched his own Twitch channel because if you like Front Page Tech but you hate me, this is a great option. He's streaming almost every day. He's funnier than me, and he's handsome. Look at his face. I'll leave a link down to his Twitch in the description below. Go click it, go follow him.
Achoo.
Because if you don't follow him on Twitch, then you must not be a true member of this cult, the FPT cult. And you want to be a member of the cult, don't you? All right, so story numero uno for the day is about Twitter. They're doing something kind of, well, I don't really know how I feel about it. Apparently, they're building a feature that will give you the ability to go ahead and hide tweets, like hide replies to your tweets. So if you tweet something and people are getting real nasty, like someone's getting real toxic and awful, you can just like hide that reply so when people look at the thread, they don't see that. And that's kind of how like the YouTube comment section works, right? I mean, people can comment and the creator can remove the comment and it just doesn't get displayed. But in a medium where like discussion is supposed to be a thing and the threads are conversations, I don't know. It makes me feel kind of icky that we'd have the power to go ahead and like hide those replies. So, I mean, we already have like block and mute features, but that just blocks or mutes the person from your end. You stop seeing them. And of course, if you block them, they stop seeing you. But effectively, this feature would allow you to tap the share icon and then choose hide tweet. Now, to be fair, in Twitter's defense, when you do this, when you select hide tweet, it will just close down the replies. So when someone looks at the thread, they won't automatically show. But apparently there will be an option to show the hidden tweets. So not only can you use this feature to hide the toxic replies or whatever you deem is toxic, but then the people that see the thread can actually see if you're abusing the feature. They can see if you've used it, if you're trying to hide tweets. I gotta be honest, I don't think this is a good, I think this is gonna be weaponized very, very quickly from both sides. What do you guys think? Are you gonna use the feature? Do you think we should even have it? I don't know. I think we're walking a fine line here with like open discussion and not that. Speaking of open discussion and not that, YouTube is making a major change to how comments work. And by how comments work, I mean no comments. YouTube has a pedophile problem. Well, to be fair, so does every social network ever. These are just platforms, tools that everyone gets to use, and everyone includes, well, pedophiles. And because pedophiles have been like in comment sections on YouTube videos, and this is a real thing, some have even used the comment section to like include timestamps of children in like compromising situations, at least if you're a predator, and then other pedophiles use those timestamps, use the comment section as a way to like be a pedophile, do pedophile things. I hate this. Like, I actually hate talking about this, but we can't avoid like real life. So real life kind of sucks. YouTube has started to make a lot of different changes, from discoverability of videos that include children. We're talking even innocent videos, like videos that YouTube thinks potentially predators could use to be predators. So discoverability, also demonetization. We've seen family channels be completely demonetized, which is so fucked up. I understand that YouTube has to move swiftly. Like this got a lot of coverage, a lot of media coverage right now. This is a very, very big deal. And YouTube has to take some action, but like this is you're letting the toxic, awful human debris ruin things for actual innocent creators. One of these major moves, at least as of today, includes removing comments, period, like disabling them on videos that feature children. So for now, in the coming months, apparently this is temporary, but YouTube is going to disable comments from videos that feature minors. And according to them, only a select few channels that have children involved will actually be allowed to have a comment section. But even that comes with a catch. The creator, whoever's running the channel, then has to monitor manually every comment that comes through, which fucking sucks. That is putting the liability of others, and we're talking like thousands of comments potentially for some creators, putting that liability on the creator themselves. And that's a lot. It's just a lot to ask creators to police that sort of stuff, or else they're held liable for it. As far as where I stand on this, like, I sort of get it. I mean, YouTube is in a very compromising position right now. They have to do something. They have to make changes very swiftly, at least temporarily, till they come up with better solutions. And disabling comments is a much better option than removing the money from those creators, like not allowing them to monetize their channel, or just removing the channel entirely, deleting the channel entirely. Like, this, it's scary stuff, and that's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about, like, the false positives here. I'm worried about YouTube targeting the wrong creators. I'm worried about innocent creators having their livelihoods ruined, having their lives ruined because of toxic human trash bags that roam the world. It fucking sucks. And I wish I could make every predator ever eat their own goddamn knees, but like, this is an awful position. I mean, honestly, I feel for YouTube and the employees at YouTube, but I also feel for innocent creators, like creators that just have families and are posting innocent family videos of their kids. Like, we are bending the knee to the predators on the platform, and we can't do anything about it. We have to do this. Creators are going to take a massive loss here. This is impacting us a lot across the platform, not even just family-friendly content, but like all content, period. And the predators get to still be predators. We're the only ones getting hurt here, and that sucks. All right, so now let's talk about foldable phones again. If you watch this show for any amount of time, you know my stance on this. I think foldable phones, the concept of a foldable phone, is flawed. Completely flawed. That is not the future. But you've also heard me say that foldable technology, like these foldable displays, that technology is fucking incredible, and that is the future. The idea is great. Our current implementation, not great. I'm gonna make that point now. You've probably seen this video floating around social media and YouTube today already. I saw this from Ben Geskin on Twitter. Of course, he linked and sourced the original video, so we'll do the same. This is the Huawei Mate X in a gaming scenario, and it is really fucking cool. And I'm talking really fucking cool. Like, this is one of the coolest things I have ever seen. We are in the future, people. There's a lot of flaws still with this, like the crease in the middle of the screen. There's a lot of flaws with the concept, period. But what we're seeing here is really cool. And people have been tweeting me all day using this as like, well, John, now do you believe in foldable phones? And the answer to that is no. Of course I don't. I have talked about this before on the show. I'll say it again and again and again. The technology is amazing. The concept of the foldable phone, though, is not. Now, let me explain here, because when we have first-gen products, when we see stuff like this, when we see concepts, usually time moves us forward and actually like fixes the problem. The technology is what's limited, and over time the technology gets better. It's sort of the opposite here. It's the concept that we have now that is broken, not the technology itself. Like when Samsung folded display, like the display panel, the glass over itself. That seemed crazy and wonky, but then it got watered down, and now we see curved glass and like everything. Display panels are curved and everything slightly, but that has been implemented and time made that better. This, though, the concept itself is not practical. It is fucking incredible. It is cool for like people like us, the subscribers of this channel, but the average consumer is not subscribed to this channel. They aren't watching this video. The market, this is not practical for the market, for the average consumer. But imagine this, that scenario that we saw with the Huawei Mate X is really cool. But imagine if it wasn't a Mate X. Imagine if it wasn't a folding phone. Imagine if it was a Nintendo Switch. Like, this is a really cool gaming platform, right? This is a really cool scenario of somebody playing a game. It makes this phone look fucking awesome. But most people aren't doing this with their phone. Foldable phones only seem really cool when we force a scenario upon a consumer, like multitasking. Look, you can do this. Okay, cool, but I don't want to do that just because you did it at your keynote, Samsung. And so does this situation with the Mate X, the gaming. That looks incredible, and I can admit that it looks cool, but like, I will never do that. I'm sure a lot of you will, but I will not. And the average consumer, the mass market, will not. The idea here is to match the idea and give it a great execution. Make this concept, take the concept and match it with the right demographic. Take things that are just portable enough and make them more portable, like this scenario here. Imagine a foldable Nintendo Switch like this. That'd be fucking incredible, and it would match the demographic. It would sell well. That is the perfect execution. The perfect blend of idea meets perfect execution. The idea is one thing, the implementation is another, and that is the point I have been trying to make this entire time. Yes, foldables are the future. Foldable phones are not. Hey, it's 2019. If your brand or business doesn't have an online presence, what's wrong with you? You have no excuses, especially when building a website with Bookmark takes less time than it took you to watch this episode. Seriously, you probably could have built like 3 websites while you watched this. With the most intuitive website builder I have ever seen, Bookmark can have a professional e-commerce ready website built for you in less than 2 minutes using Ada, your artificial intelligence design assistant, all without you having to know even a single line of code. Ada can create optimized websites for over 750 business types in one click. With their own e-learning courses, website analytics, community forums, and powerful entrepreneur tools at your disposal, Bookmark has assembled a wealth of knowledge for you to use to grow your business and take it to the next level. So if you're finally ready to work smart and not hard, click the link down in the description below. And of course, a huge thanks to Bookmark for supporting this show. And that's the show. Hopefully you liked it, you learned something. If you did, hit that like button. If you hate my stupid face, hit the dislike button. If you're new here, subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.